Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how I make watercolor succulents. So let's do it. Okay, so to start, I'm just going to go through my materials. I have my Arches watercolor paper, I have my Winsor & Newton Cotman watercolors, and I have my Princeton snap brush. I'm going to be using maybe a size 12 and a size 6. I might alternate, I might not. We'll see what actually happens. And yeah, so I'm going to be making succulents today. This I do differently than my florals. My florals are very loose, but when I do succulents, they're a bit more kind of realistic, I guess. And I actually use a pencil to sketch it out first, oops, which I don't usually do. So here I have some fake succulents to just give me a little bit of an inspiration for shape. So I'm gonna really lightly sketch out a shape of a succulent. So as you notice, it's kind of like little triangles, right? So you start off really small and like that, and then they just kind of gradually get bigger. That. So there's the succulent shape that I want to do. Yours can look different no matter what. I'm just going to show you how I do this. So for the succulent that I'm going to make, I want kind of, I'll put my palette over here, a sagey green color, kind of like this one. So to make that, I'm going to take my darker green color, and then I'm gonna add a bit of purple into it. And it kind of makes that sagey green color. Okay, so the trick to doing this is doing it in parts. You actually don't really want the colors to, or the petals to blend into each other. You want them to be dry before you work on the next one. So to show you, I'm gonna take a really light wash of this. And I'm just gonna start with one little tiny petal. And now I'm not gonna move on to any of these ones yet. I'm gonna do one that's further away so I can allow time for it to dry. So I'm gonna go, oops, up to dark. I'm doing a really light wash of this color because I'm gonna get the darker bits in a little. So maybe I'll do this petal. And by this petal, I don't know, are they called petals? I don't know. Okay, just pick a different petal that doesn't directly touch one of the ones you just did. Because when wet touches wet, they tend to blend, and we don't want them to blend together. Okay, and then once you're done a few of them, you're gonna go back in with your color and you're gonna get a darker pigment of it. So that's way too much purple. And you're just gonna gently tap the bottom of that petal. I'm gonna call it a petal because I don't really know if it is. So you want the first layer to still be wet. So just gonna gently tap around the bottom of it. So it bleeds nicely. So maybe even don't even start off too dark. And then you're going to go back in even darker towards the bottom. Okay, and then you're going to let that dry before you do any petals that touch those exact ones. So if you want, you can continue doing more around that are not touching these. So I'll do it again. So I do the light wash for the first layer. Do this one because it's not touching. This one's not touching. And okay, I'm gonna go back in for my second layer. Not too dark. Blend it a little bit. And then go back in with the dark color. Just at the bottom. I actually kind of like adding a bit more purple so it's a bit more grayish. Just smoothing out some of those lines. And that's how you do it. So I'm gonna start speeding up this video so you can see what it's gonna look like when it's all done. Oh, actually, to do this, I'm gonna use a heat gun to dry it so I can do this faster all in one take instead of just waiting for it to dry. So that's how I'm gonna do it. Now I'm gonna speed up the video.
Here's a tip if you haven't watched my watercolor basics video. To get the light wash that I'm talking about, you want to add more water on your paintbrush than paint for the first layer. And then to get a darker color, you just add a bit more paint than water. And then to get the darkest, you add even more paint. Try to avoid using too much water because you don't want it to pool on your paper.
there you go. There is your watercolor succulent. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure you follow me on Instagram. Have a great day, guys. Bye.